like 10 minutes about what a Madden league is, and that's going fantastic.
Oh my god. Dirty Dan doesn't know.
Dirty Dan doesn't know.
That's like your mom. You fucks with it?
So the story behind that is I told my mom that I fucks with the cheesy garlic bread, and she said, "You fuck with it?" I'm like, "Nah, mom, I fucks with it." And yeah, she's a boomer and she didn't understand.
Or are you talking to your fags?
Oh yeah, we're started. No one's watching yet,
We're
but
started.
we're started. We'll let people catch up. I'm gonna be doing this shit solo. No Rob, no Bobby, no Widge. Alright, we'll give 2 more minutes, and then we're rolling. Alright, we'll get this going. Oh, here we go, Slacking. We should be in the voice chat for the draft. Facts. We should be, but we'll be in there after this. This won't go super long. Um, so it'll be a little different. We got no Rob, got no Bobby, got no. So you guys can just jack off to my voice if you want, faggots. So pick number one is pretty simple. Um, I don't think it's a need, but you can't pass this up. I'm gonna go with the Falcons taking Zach Reeves. 4.2940, so he's gonna have at least like a 93 speed, could be up to like 99, but 93 at least. Even though he's got Allen Robinson, but he's up there in age. Robert Woods is old, so I think you just cut Robert Woods at some point after the sim season. Then you have your core of Gandy Golden. I think he's passing on him too, but I wouldn't. He just talked about moving his left tackle to guard, and looks like he already did it without an approval. Or sorry, his right tackle to guard. Wait, who the hell? Why did he post Jake Matthews? Jake Matthews isn't on his team. Oh well. 6'7" receiver. Well, yeah. Imagine now you got the tree, you got the 6'7" dude. You have another. You have two 6'7" guy, or a 6'4" and a 6'7" guy out on the outside, and then you have that fast guy in the slot. You need some speed on this offense. You don't have a single receiver over a 90 speed. Here, let me pull up the YouTube chat so I can see what you guys are talking about. I have no clue. These things cut off. That was Vapor Idiot. But in hindsight, I'm going with that receiver. I don't think he can pass it up. If he's not taken at one, he's going number two to the Jags. No question about it. But yeah, he's not slipping to pick three for sure. So let me get the chat open. Once it loads. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so then Number 2, we're going to the Jags. Let me just get these screens up the way I need them to. And we'll be golden. Okay, so the Jags, I had them taking Matthew Hawkins, top cornerback, very athletic, very fast. Not the fastest, but one of the, I think he had top 3 combine times, and his quarterback room is atrocious. He's got 2 midgets. They're fast, but 2 midgets. So it's time to beef up that cornerback classroom quarterback room just a little bit, and that would be the top thing to go. Now, if that receiver's there, I think he goes receiver either way. Even though that corner's a bigger need, you can't pass up on having a nice trio of Thomas Boykin and then Zach Reeves. Waffles pick 3 at the Waffles, the Wafflenators. Hawkins equal bust. Maybe. We'll see. But I think he's a stud. If that receiver were here, he could go that receiver. What a way to replace a receiver taking another one. But I had them taking Dante Johnson, defensive tackle. Their DT room's old, not very good. I think that'd give them a nice, upside with Ramsey and him going forward. So that's who I had them taking. I could see them going linebacker. You needed more superstar linebackers. You got 3 already. But I got interior D-line. I could see receiver being a need too. Old, slow, and then Leon Tart. Don't need it for the sim season, but coming out of that, you need. Granted, he only passes it 8 times a game. Quarterback would be a need, but there's no quarterback worth taking this high. That top quarterback's not going until early second. I mean, someone might take him in the first, but no one really needs a quarterback that would reach for him in the first round, I don't think. Maybe the Jags try and trade up into the first, but I don't know. I just feel you could wait and get him early second. Now the Browns, the Super Bowl champs. Still salty about that game. Yeah, I was pretty bummed that day, but oh well. I'll just lose another Super Bowl sometime soon. They don't need a quarterback. They don't really need... And they need receiver, and if that receiver falls to them, they're going to... But I don't think he's going to, and there's no receiver that's worth it at this point. He doesn't really need O-line that much. I mean, he needs a guard, but there's no guard worth taking this high. And I pinpointed his needs down to either defensive end or defensive tackle. Now, the top DT's gone, and I don't think the other one's worth a reach. He's good, but I see him more as a middle to back end of the first round. So I had them taking Cassius Coakley. Now, I didn't really scout a ton of edge rushers, so where they go is going to change, and I found one that's probably better to go here. But we're just going to go with the defensive end here. I have Cassius Coakley, but there's another DN that I have in mind now that I've seen all of them. Would be a really good pick here. Give them a pass rush option opposite of Myles Garrett and give them 2 good edge rushers. So I like it here. Who said yo? Yo. What's up, D? What up, dude? So that's who I got the Browns taking. Number 5 to the Cowboys, similar to the Browns. I have them going edge, going one of the top edges on the board. They got some young pieces here, but nothing spectacular, nothing amazing. So we're just going to go ahead and take another top edge rusher off the board. Now the Lions at pick 6. I struggled with this pick a little bit, simply because I don't think there was an interior offensive lineman worth this pick, which is what they need. I think they can grab that with their second pick. Receiver's another need, but there's no receiver worth it here, so they're kind of in a tough spot. I have them taking um, Devon Dalton, cornerback. It's a little bit of a reach, not where you'd want to go, but you have one superstar corner. You have another older one. You have Sidney Jones, but this corner can sit in the draft class. And Drummond's too slow. He needs to be moved to safety if that's allowed in what he's at. But overall, you need to get another corner in there. The cornerback room is rough, and in Madden, one of the few defensive positions that truly matters this year is defensive back. And I could see safety here. I really could look for Alfonso Harvin at this slot. Looking at a safety room a little more, I can easily see that. But right now, I went corner. Um, the Texans, they've already traded for an offensive tackle. But judging their room, I mean, they have a ton of needs in general. Thanks, Wheezy. You do have Wirfs, but opposite of Wirfs, you have a 28-year-old, 76 overall, nothing special offensive tackle. I have him taking the top offensive tackle on the board, Connor Allen. Really good tackle, best offensive lineman in the draft, first round grade. So I have them going here. The Cowboys with their second pick, I had them taking that safety, Alfonso Harvin. Don't know if he, is here at this point, but it's a huge need for them. I could see Detroit taking them. I could also see them taking that corner potentially that I mocked to the Lions. I could see those picks being swapped. The Titans tried to get a stud receiver. That didn't work out so well. Things got a little heated last night. Whoops. About that. But there's no receiver worth it here. I could see them going corner. I could see them going, if any of those top corners are still here, that's definitely something to look at. But I had them taking an offensive guard here in the first round. Not going to say his name, but I think overall they need to fix this line a little bit to protect Josiah the Messiah. Overall, any of them, tackle, guard, their whole offensive line is pretty poor. They got young guys, 25, 24, 22, 24, 24, 23, but I think they need a little bit of an upgrade on the offensive line, and getting one of the top offensive line isn't bad. El Jimbo. What do we got next? We have the Packers next. Now, this is tough. I tried to see what he's doing, and I like to look, when I look at these teams, see the free agent moves they made, see the trades that they've been interested in, if they're reacting on anything. We'll see. I didn't see much, but I had them taking Roman Lucas, who's a linebacker. They have a few decent guys here that are good user backers, and they're younger, but I don't think that anyone here's like a lock to make like the future and building around of this team. And I believe you look here, Jesus, a 270-pound run-stopping linebacker with an 81 speed and 90 acceleration. My God. But I have them taking him. They don't really have anything else here, and I think he'd be a nice addition, and he'd be one of their top linebackers right away, and it would give them two solid guys between Patrick Pryor and then Roman Lucas. The Giants, on pick 11, I skipped them in the mock, just because I kind of talked about what to do with them, and in case that they want to trade it, and at the same time I might be making the pick, so I just skipped it. So we just want to talk about needs quick here. Need a quarterback for sure. Wide receiver, you don't need one because you have the stud Devin Duvernay, the most unwanted receiver in history. Don't need really anything on the O-line. You could use interior. You have aging edge rushers, so look to take an edge rusher here if they stay. Same with interior D-linemen. D-line's a pretty big need for them. They're old, so we got to replace that here. Linebacker, they have still Anthony Barr, Willie Gay still here, or is here via free agency, Scott Watson, and Levante David. So they have a good group here, but little old with Barr and Levante David. So they could potentially go linebacker. Then again, they already have Willie Gay. You don't really need to go a ton of 3 linebacker sets when you're a 4-3 team. His corner room is really solid. Adoree and Dontrell Allison now, great 1-2 combo. Nelson in the slots, he's fine for a sim year. You're going to need to replace him, so you could take corner here as well. And then safety room's pretty solid and set. Pick 12, the Bears. I had them taking Niles Staley. A little bit of a reach on the interior D-line. Pixie got 1 last year, or 2 years ago, before he quit, because GG Pixie. But you don't really have anyone else. Don't have anyone else at the right end or right DT spot for the 4-3. You have a nose, but he's old, and this guy here's solid, but he's nothing special. So, but he's young and he's fat, so, maybe and he's fast for being that big. But still, I'm looking to take a little bit of a reach here to solidify your front 3 there for your run D. Vikings, I have them taking Marcel Stevenson. They now have a big need at DB following the trade. And their best one is Isaac Yedem and Akella Witherspoon. Amari Wowie.
Wowie.
And, they're fine. You got some nice speed there-ish, but you got stiff hips. 88, 86, 87, 87. Nothing crazy. So I have them taking a corner to replace that. Denver at 16. I have them taking Kamani Tart, running back. Top running back on the board, I think. Philip Lindsay's fine, but he's 30. He comes out of the sim season at 31, going into his 32-year-old season. He's a running back, going to regress pretty damn hard. So, I think they're going to take a back here. Number 17, pick 17, the New England Patriots. Schley, disappointing year. Lost like 3 or 4 offensive linemen. So that's a pretty rough blow for them. They still have Isaiah Wynn, who sucks. Joe Tooney. Yeah, Ryby, she does. All the time. But I have them taking Joseph Cannon, a kind of tweener offensive lineman. Can play tackle, can play guard. So I have them taking offensive line here. The Bills at pick 18. Have them going safety. Have them taking Antoine Good. Fills a need that they have. They have one here in Archer Carlisle, but Von Bell, no one else really here of note. Bell's old and not going to do anything outside of the sim season. So I have them going safety here. Kia with the Cardinals, Smith with the Panthers. I didn't really know what to do here because he hates offensive line and he plays the game and drafts the game how it should be. I'm taking a wide receiver here, Demarius Rose. It's a luxury pick. It's his 3rd receiver and potentially 3rd or 4th option behind his tight end. But I think that could be an even more deadly monster combo, even though they have Emmanuel Hall, who's nice and solid, who they signed. But I like to get, 3-4 wide deep for him, especially with his pass-happy offense. Cardinals, I had them taking Zach Cage, tight end, top tight end on the board. Falls a little bit here just because tight end's not a huge need. Smith has amazing speed at his receiver position. Jesse James is really his top guy. Tyler Eifert, nothing crazy to see here for his tight end room. He's got a really nice receiver room. Hopkins, Schuster, Christian Kirk, Mike Williams, Andy Isabella. He goes 5 deep at receiver, but he's got nothing really at the tight end spot. He tried to trade for O.J. Howard. So, now that he's got a ton of receivers, maybe we see a lot of shoot still, but I know he's working on his custom spread. So, I'm going to go with a tight end here. Back to the Panthers for their pick. I'm taking Gil Patton, a linebacker. Their linebacker room is pretty sus. Nothing nice, nothing great. So I just have him replacing Shaq Thompson. I am on the clock, so I'm going to skip me. I had me taking Paul Evans, who's an interior D lineman. The Saints are on the clock at pick 23. I had him taking a running back, which is crazy because of Alvin Kamara, but I just went best player. He signed a tight end. He's talked about wanting to go more under center power stuff, so I have him taking a back because Gurley's going to be on the wrong side of 30. Kamara's getting close to the wrong side of 30, and he doesn't have any speed at the position. Chiefs are on the clock. I have him taking an offensive tackle, Gabe Landry. I don't even know if this dude's going to be at the draft or not. I could see him going running back here, but they're both gone. His offensive team, or his offensive line group is pretty weak. Nothing nice here. Pick 25, the Lions. I have him taking Javier Pratt, receiver. Here, I was thinking interior O-lineman, but I went with another receiver just because I know the Lions need a receiver. Give him another option here, opposite of Pittman and Craig. Craig plays outside a ton when he's more of a slot guy, and he's deep out elite, so he's going to play out there. But, give you something other than just Shepard in the slot. That way you have 3 or 4 guys who you can rely on downfield. Chargers, I have him taking Dominique Neely. Now that they traded away Joey Bosa, edge is one of their top needs. And if you look here, no left ends, and they only have Nwasu, Ushena, something, Uchina. Nothing awesome here to speak about. Pretty poor, especially in the run defense group. 55 block shed, 71 block shed, interior D-line, all 80 or less. So they're going to get gashed against the run unless they dramatically improve that. So just taking a good edge rusher will start. We have the the Mexico City Waffle Makers. Had them taking Clay Young at center. Now, they haven't invested much really into the offensive line position, but I had him taking the top center here. I know they have some money invested there, but he's not good. So this guy should be an upgrade. Bengals, I had them taking a punter just because of Rob's interest. Yeah, we'll move on. No, I'm kidding. I had him taking a defensive lineman. Interior defensive line, Devontae Peele. He spent a ton of money, but that's all a one-year deal. Fletcher Cox on a one-year deal. Michael Pierce on a one-year deal. Other than that, he has needs, and they're both on the wrong side of 30. Cox is 33. Pierce is 31. So I think he wants to fill that role, but still wants to have the option to keep these guys come into the play season. I don't know if he'll go D-tackle here or interior D-line, but I think it's something to invest on. Definitely. Number 29, the Broncos again. I have him taking Damian McKinley, edge rusher. Now, Broncos, they still have Matt Russell. They have they signed Bud Dupree. I fucked up this pick. Sorry, guys. They're all, So you can see how they have an edge rusher here, an edge rusher here, an edge rusher here. Their thing was all over the map. Sorry, messed up that pick. Ravens, I have them taking Devin Dobbins, one of the last linebackers with a first-round grade on him. I just feel like they need to upgrade. They've been trying to upgrade their front, and they converted to a 3-4. Now, Gallery is a nice user backer, but he's nothing to write home about. He's nothing good or special. I think these top 3 off-ball linebackers could be nice additions to teams. Bad tight end was Kia's downfall. Yeah, it was. I had me taking an edge rusher, Lindsey Rode, just me taking best player board there. And then with pick 32, the Super Bowl champion Browns select David Ramsey. Oh, wait, hold on. Totally messed that up. Give me 1 second. My mock closed and I clicked the wrong one. Okay, so I had them going a corner here. I'm not going to say who. Now they had not corner. My apologies. Off-ball linebacker. There's one linebacker here that I think could fit in. Jacob Phillips is there. They have Hugh Nelson, Dre Greenlaw, so it's not a huge need. But at this point in time, I think that Jared would take a linebacker here. Kind of a late round steal pick. Could see him go interior offensive lineman, which is much needed, but I don't think there's anyone here worth it at this point. I think you can get a couple guys later. But appreciate y'all tuning in. That's it. I'm going to go finish up my draft board, and I will meet you guys in the voice chat.